Hello there and welcome back to Build with the Boys. It's time for our weekly catch-ups. We're a little late this week because everything's just been nuts here, completely, so I apologise for that. But the big news is, I got my hand back. It's awesome. My wrist still hurts like a son of a bitch, it just does. But the thing's off now and I'm healing nicely, so they've told me to go easy. I'm belligerent, and of course I'm not going to go easy, but they've told me to go easy with it, but we'll see. So what's new in the world of modelling? Not a lot, and the reason why is because Royal Mail are just striking like all the time now, and so is everyone. Striking's very much in vogue at the moment. I mean, it's as popular as, the Crazy Frog was back in 2004, I guess, or anything else that's kind of a fad. I think striking is the way forwards, and it is what it is. Look, I mean, I respect anybody's right to strike. I do. So I'm not going to get into it. I'm just not. But if you're a public service, maybe you shouldn't. But that's where I am with it. But we're just not getting anything. So nothing's turned up. Nothing's being delivered. So Titanic is due to ship tomorrow. It won't. I can't see that happening. I cannot see Titanic arriving on time next week. I just can't. So I think that's it for Titanic before Christmas. It's pie in the sky, I think, at this point, to think it's going to turn up before Christmas. It just isn't. It might turn up before New Year. Who knows? I mean, nice things do after Christmas, but we'll see. Disney Doll's House still has not turned up. We are now like 12 days overdue. Get over 2 weeks late on Disney Doll's House, which is just starting to take the proverbial. Now, I can't put all that blame on the postal service. I can't. I mean, we know full well Hachette do not dispatch when they say they dispatch, because I mean, you can see on your delivery note exactly when it was posted. So when they tell you it dispatched and didn't, that just means they started the process. That's all that means. So if you see that dispatched the 14th, it doesn't mean it dispatched the 14th. It means they started the process on the 14th. It might sit in their warehouse for another 10 days. Typically, their postage takes about 2 days. So chances are these things just never got sent. I don't believe for 1 second that what was essentially 3 days of postal strikes delay all these goods by 2 weeks. I don't care that it's busy. No, don't buy it. But it is what it is. And we just don't have the Doll's House. It might turn up tomorrow. I mean, I'm tired of saying that now. It might turn up tomorrow. I've been saying that for 2 weeks. It might turn up tomorrow. It might turn up the next day. I don't know. But, I mean, ironically, the next 4 are supposed to ship tomorrow. So, 43 to 46 were supposed to be here now. 47 to 50 are supposed to be shipping tomorrow. No way is that going to happen. I just can't see it. But so annoyingly, I've been charged for a Titanic and 2 Disney Doll's Houses I haven't seen. On top of that, the crochet. Now, I'm not overly concerned about the crochet because I couldn't have done it, and I've still got to go slightly easy on that. But the crochet hasn't turned up. And the crochet is way overdue. The crochet is like 3 weeks overdue now. Again, 3 days postal strikes do not cause 3 weeks worth of delays. That was the busy season. Yeah, I know, but you're supposed to ship this the second week of November, weren't you? So we could have avoided the busy season, but we didn't. So I don't know what's going on at Hachette. But I don't know. The other thing is that there was a rumour that the Batman site was going to go live on the 14th of November. It didn't. That was yesterday, so it didn't go live. There is no Batmobile site live at the moment. I don't know when that is going to go live. The actual build itself is supposed to launch on the 28th of December. Now, I haven't heard anything to the contrary. And I will be picking up the first few in-store. Whether or not I stick to in-store, I don't know. I'm tempted to go a newsagent route based on all the shenanigans that are happening with Royal Mail. I am tempted to go for the newsagent route with the Tumblr. I don't like going that way. I just like it turned up on my doorstep. That's the way it is. I don't have this rush to, well, you're behind. You're not behind. I've always found that a very bizarre way of looking at things, that you're behind on the bill. You're not behind on it. There's no prize for coming first. So it's not that. It just, I don't know. I don't like the newsagent method. I just don't. I prefer having it just turn up at my doorstep. That's what I like. And I'm a busy guy. I just am. So finding the time to go to a newsagent just ain't there. But we'll see. I'm definitely picking up the first 3 or 4 through the newsagent. That's 100% happening, and then we'll see what happens with the subscription after that. There is a new model been launched. It's very nice. It's a Mercedes-Benz, and it's been launched by IXO Collections, who will be picking up the Enterprise and the Ecto 1, but they have this rather beautiful Mercedes, and this is a full kit, so this isn't a sub build. You buy this, you get the whole lot, and it's beautiful. Take a look. It's gorgeous, right? It's a lovely thing. It's not one that I do because, again, I mean, I have to be sensible with what I get, because I'd buy everything. I mean, if I could, but I've got to be sensible with what I spend. Because I mean, I could get it, but I can't justify it. I can't justify, you know, what's essentially a family holiday on a Mercedes that I'm not really that bothered about. It is technically, well, it is cheaper to buy them as a complete kit. It is, but it's a lot more expensive in one go. So that's the difference. I mean, it's cheaper to buy them this way because I think you can get that for about 900 quid, 850 quid. So it's cheaper to buy it like that. If this was a part work, that would cost you 1,1300 quid easily. But that's spread over 3 years, so you don't really notice. You don't really miss it. If you notice, you know, 900 quid disappearing from your bank account in one hit. So I don't know. It's nice, and I mean, if IXO collections are as good as I think they are, it's something I'm going to look at in the future, because again, I've always wanted to build the DeLorean, but never really had the time, never really had the, you know, I just didn't. And I heard bad things. I still have heard bad things about DeLorean, that it's a nice model, but it's a bit of a nightmare, that some of the parts are a bit sketchy. I mean, the flux capacitor sucks. It does cost quite a lot to put it right. Now, I know when it comes to modding, you don't have to mod anything, but let's be honest. I mean, the flux capacitor on the DeLorean is a massive part of it, and the one they provide you with is one LED bulb. It's a static LED bulb. It doesn't do anything. I mean, it doesn't even flash. You'd think, well, at least make the bloody thing flash. No, nothing. So, I mean, those are things you're going to need to replace. We're not talking about, oh, there's a slightly different grille. That's a massive part of the car. That's huge. So it's extra expense. So you buy a very expensive model, then you're having to, you know, get a new flux capacitor for it, whatever it's good. I'd have to have that. That said, most people I know that built the DeLorean never light the thing up and never turn it on. So it's, I don't know, I don't know. But if IXO were to offer a DeLorean in a single kit, I think I'd probably buy it. I think I'd probably go for it. I'm so glad as well, right? This is a funny thing. I'm building Iron Man at the moment, which is due next week. Again, postal strikes dependent. I had a choice at that point of building either the DeLorean or Iron Man, and I signed up to build the DeLorean with Eagle Moss. And we got to the 8-week mark, and they still hadn't dispatched issue 1. And I'm like, okay, it's been 2 months, and you're not even in the dispatch process yet. They're like, no. And I'm like, I'm cancelling. So I cancelled it, and I built Iron Man instead. And I regretted the hell out of it, because I wasn't enjoying Iron Man in the early days. And I'll be honest, I wasn't enjoying Iron Man for the first year and a half that we were building it. I've only just started enjoying Iron Man now. And I was gutted. Absolutely gutted. I was thinking, man, I wish I built a DeLorean. I'm so glad I didn't build the DeLorean. Now I know what happened with Eagle Moss. That was a bullet dodged, because I would have had 50% of a DeLorean at this point, and no way of knowing if it was ever going to finish. And my heart goes out to everybody that ended up in that situation. It really does. Particularly the ones that there is no certainty they'll ever finish them, because, like, we know Ecto is going to be completed, and we know the Enterprise is going to be completed. We don't know what's happening with the Willys Jeep, the Eleanor, and the wooden Titanic. I think it's pretty much a shoo-in at the moment. The wooden Titanic is not going to happen. So anyone that had that just lost their money. Just lost the money, and that is criminal. That really is. So we'll see. Speaking of IXO models, again, just hang fire, man. Let them get it right. I know it's kind of, where is it? I know we've been waiting ages, but just let them get it right, man. We don't want it rushed and it not work, right? We want a website that works, a website that's cohesive. We want to order the stuff, we want it to turn up. So let them take the time to get it right, because what they've said is that the website that was delivered to them wasn't good enough. Good. Take your time, man. Take your time. There's no rush at all, right? Our giant paperweights of Ecto 1s ain't going anywhere. So let's just give them a little bit more time. So it'll be much longer. I can see it being January and we'll be off to the races, you know? So hang in there. Salvation is coming. And that's what you got to focus on at this point. Not why haven't I got it yet. Focus on the fact you are getting it. This is the positive here. This is the silver lining, because a lot of people ain't getting that silver lining. You know, the people that dropped 300-400 quid on the Titanic up to that point, that's just gone. That's just gone. Whereas if you're an Ecto builder, you're an Enterprise builder, you will get to finish your model. So just hang fire, man. It's coming. Good things are coming. We have built stuff on the channel. I mean, I didn't realize how bad my sort of modeling and building addiction is until I can't do it. And then I'm kind of like, I really need to build something. So we have just built, funnily enough, a Secret Garden theatre box. Now I can flick this on for you. There we go. This is too bright. It's just going to wash out the screen. But there we go. If I can get in there, you can see kind of what's going on in there. It is a cute little thing. It really is. We got this little drawer in here. It's nice. It's nice, like a little curio cabinet. And I got this for an absolute steal on Amazon. I paid like 9 quid for this. Very happy with that, because normally they're like 25 quid. Would I pay 25 quid for one? Maybe, but I have to really want it. I don't think it's... I think for an extra tenner you can get a full-size book nook. Now, if you've seen the book nooks I've done, the book nooks have been very popular on the channel. And you wanted to try one, but you weren't confident enough, this is a great start, because this is essentially a tiny book nook, is what it is. And it's a gorgeous little thing. It's lovely. It really is. And it was fun to build. It wasn't overly challenging. It's a few hours and it's done. It's nice, and you can tweak it and you can put little things in it. They also go particularly well with tiny Funkos. If you've got any of the little ones, they fit these really nicely. I put Jason Voorhees in one. It looks like this. So it looks good, right? So if you've got any of the tiny Funkos, they kind of fit perfectly in these. They go quite nicely. Rolife do dolls. I don't know if you know this or not, but if you do the dioramas and things like that Rolife do, you can get dolls for them that Rolife do, but they very rarely appear outside of Rolife's website, and they are also blind bags. Now, I hate blind bags. Blind bags are the way of making sure that you just don't get the one that you want. So they're very anime, they're very kind of manga-esque, very Studio Ghibli kind of looking things. But you can get them. So if you build those little rooms, you can get little dolls for them. They exist. You just got to get them from their website. We do have another one coming up. So we've got a music box coming up from Rolife, a very cute one. It's like a little gramophone. It's not like one of the Roker big models. It's a very little wind-up music box. And I love those. And it looks like they're moving away from them. Because certainly the last 3 models they put out, and the 4th one that's coming, they haven't used clockwork music boxes. They've started using electronic music. Now, I don't hate that, but I certainly don't love it. Part of the appeal to me of these little models was there was something very quaint about kind of a clockwork music box. I like the fact it's clockwork. You just wind it up and off it goes. It's not battery powered. But they the one advantage that they've definitely got with the electrics is you can turn it on and off whenever you want. Press the button, turn it on, press the button, turn it off, and you can have it running without the music on, which is quite nice. With the clockwork ones, you can't do that. So you wind it up as much as it will go, and you're going to get, at a push, 5 minutes out of one. At a push, if you're lucky, maybe 3 minutes, that's it. And you can't stop it. Once it's started, there's no stopping it. And the really trippy thing is, I've got a bunch of them on this shelf over here. You can see a few of them there. The clockwork ones, with changes in humidity, when you think it's fully wound and it's stopped, where wood kind of expands and retracts with humidity, in different times of the year, all of a sudden one of those will just start going off on the shelf because it stopped originally and it's kind of expanded, and it just goes for like a few beats of the song. It's trippy, man. If you watch horror films, then all of a sudden a little music box starts playing and it's night time and you're in on your own and you're tired, you might scream. I'm not saying that I've ever done that, honestly, but you might scream. But yeah, it's a weird thing. But they are. I mean, that was the appeal to me. But I don't know. It is what it is. So we have picked up one of the last ones. So it must be very old stock. And again, I paid nothing for it. I paid like £8 for this music box. And that's my tip to you. If you're interested in doing the Robot Time Roker Rolife models, always keep your eye on Amazon. Right? Check them every day. Check them every couple of days, because you will see ones that have vouchers where you click the button, you'll get huge savings. I mean, like the globe. If you like the globes, I've seen the globes with 80% off. So those globes that are around about 70 to 80 quid, I've seen where you could have picked them up for like £21, which is nothing. And I've done it a bunch of times. I've picked up book nooks. I've picked up large wooden models for pennies, absolute pennies. So just keep your eye on it. If you've seen one you like, just keep your eye on it. Set an alert on your Amazon, and at some point it'll go offer. Jump in and grab it. Because if you haven't built one yet as well, I love them. They're so much fun, and particularly when we're going through a model drought like we're going through now. It's lovely to have something to build. It really is. Back to the model drought. I have been bringing you more content, and I'm aware it's very talky. I get that, but again, I'd like to just be able to say, and here's Iron Man, and here's R2-D2, and here's Ecto-1, and but we can't, because we're just not getting them through. They're not turning up. So I am still trying to bring you content. As I said, I promised I would up the content in December, and I have done. So we have had the things with Christmas movies. People don't like Christmas movies. We've had 3 so far. So we've had 1976 Black Christmas, which is spectacular. We had 2015's Krampus, and we had 2008, I believe, In Bruges. I love In Bruges. We do have one more, which will be appearing next week, and a bonus episode. So we've got a bonus episode of Christmas movies for people who don't like Christmas movies, of shorts. So rather than an entire film, because I know at Christmas you can get quite busy, these are just kind of like 30-minute shows, TV programs, YouTube videos, where you can find them, that'll give you something Christmassy that ain't quite Christmassy. But good, they're all good. They're all good. We did the blooper reel. So I always used to delete them, right? So the amount of, honestly, that blooper reel would have been 6 hours long if I'd have kept every single one I've done. But I showed them to the kids about 3 months ago. It was just at the end of summer, and they laughed their asses off. And my wife said, you should keep those. And I'm like, all right. I don't particularly want to put something out. Look at me getting this wrong a lot. But that's essentially what it was, and the kids cracked up. So it was more for them than anything else. But yeah, laugh at my pain, man. So if you're not checked out the blooper reel, go take a look, and you'll see some of the ridiculous stuff that comes out my mouth, and times when nothing comes out my mouth. And it's some fun. We've discussed Die Hard. We've got more stuff coming up as well. So I want to bring you as much model as I can, but I've got to work with what I've got to work with, and I don't want to leave you hanging with I said I'd bring you more content through December. I'm gonna. I just wish it was pure model, but I've got to work with what I've got, man, and what I've got is no models. So it is what it is. Hopefully, when Santa visits me on Christmas Eve, he's going to bring me some models, which I'm about to build over the festive period. I'm not holding my breath, because I know you've got to be good to get presents, and truth be told, I've been somewhat of a shithouse this year, so I'm not expecting to get blessed with anything, but we'll see. It's been a rough year. I mean, this is the thing as well. This is what I don't mind telling you. I get a lot of emails from people that are going through hard times, and don't be fooled by the smiles and the, hey, I've had a horrible year. I mean, I've had a truly horrendous year. One of the worst years I think I've ever had. But the one thing that's kept me sane through all of it is coming by and talking with you and interacting with you and doing my models. And that's kept me sane. It really has. I mean, genuinely kept me sane. It has been beautiful to distress. And I have had days where I didn't want to get up, but I did. And not only did I make a model, I came and said hello to all of you. So, it's a good, I'm not looking for sympathy, I'm not looking for anything like that. What I'm saying is, the reason why I'm telling you that is, just because someone seems like they're holding it together doesn't mean they are. So if someone's a bit snippy with you, try and understand they might be going through some stuff. It doesn't justify someone being snippy with you, but try and understand maybe they've got something else going on, And that might be what it is. But I say that, I mean, the future's looking bright at the moment. So as terrible as this year was, the future is actually looking quite nice. But we had a lot of ups and downs. We really did, and it's been a roller coaster, man, and not a good one. It certainly wasn't Nemesis. It was more like 2014 Corkscrew. It wasn't good. But we're all right, man. We're doing good. I'm looking to the future now, and we've got, as I said, a lot of exciting models coming up on the channel, and a lot more to do. We are, like I said, we're going to do some live streams in the new year. I don't know if we're doing one on New Year's Eve or not at the moment. I'm still kind of, I don't fully know what we're doing or where I'm going to be, but if we can, we will. And that's about all from me. We have got more coming up. Trust me, we have got more coming up. We have got, Oscar has got the Guardians of the Galaxy holiday special advent calendar, and it's nice, man. There's some really cool stuff in there. His review of that will be coming up on the channel. We will have R2-D2. We will, keep the faith, people, have Disney Doll's House. We will, even though I've been told to take it easy, we will have Disney Crochet. That will happen, because I've got like 6. I was at 4 I wasn't able to do, so those will be coming up. Who knows, the next 4 might turn up as well, so you might go all the way up till 10, and I might just crochet like a madman over Christmas. We will have the rolife music box coming up. We will have Titanic, hopefully one last one to set 2022, and we will have whatever Father Christmas brings me, and I'm hoping it's something good. But we'll see, won't we? I don't know. We will have one more catch-up before Christmas, and I don't know, man. I did mention on the last one I might tell you the story of a very weird Christmas I had in 2006, which involved a very strange family playing a game called Piggy at Christmas. I don't know, right? I've never told anyone this story. The only person I've told this story, the very abridged version of it, because I had to cut out some fairly inappropriate stuff. I told Oscar, I told my son, and he just dead laughing when I told him. And I said, yeah, it's funny now. I'm like, but imagine living it, mate. It was weird. So who knows? I might. I'll film it, I'll watch it back, and I'll decide whether or not it's appropriate to share with you. It's a very, very, very strange story about a very, very wealthy family I spent Christmas with that played a very, very strange game. Maybe we'll do that on Christmas Eve. But hey, look, we are just over a week away from Santa coming to visit us all, so we will fill the channel up next week with plenty to do. That's it from me. If you haven't yet, please remember to like and subscribe. It's very much appreciated. We love your support. We love hearing from you as well. So if you want to contact us, you can message us at buildingwiththeboys@outlook.com, and we will get back to you. We love hearing from you. So please don't ever feel like you're inconveniencing us. Those I told you I was sending Christmas cards to, I have sent Christmas cards to. If they haven't turned up yet, Postman Pat. That's all I can tell you. But they will be with you. That's it from me in a world where you can be anything at all. Just be nice. It's Christmas, man. Just be nice. And I will catch you on the next one.